Old Trafford is the iconic home of Manchester United and has long been revered as the theatre of dreams, a landmark of the Red Devils' pride and legacy. There are rumours of an ambitious billion-dollar renovation plan that could mark a new era for the stadium's legacy. It could become the Wembley Stadium of the North, with bustling bars, shops, and cafes, and an all-round luxury sports-watching experience. But this might be such an expensive endeavour that the club might not be able to afford it without outside help. So what will they do to get there? For over a century, Old Trafford has witnessed some of the most important moments in football history, from the mesmerising skills of George Best to the commanding presence of Eric Cantona, to the unyielding determination of Sir Alex Ferguson, and the prolific goal-scoring of Cristiano Ronaldo. But Manchester United fans know that Old Trafford has seen better days. Amongst its current issues, Old Trafford struggles with crumbling concrete, dying electricity supplies, and leaky roofs during heavy rain, which was spotted years ago but still haven't been fixed. Rodents have also been spotted on the pitch and even spilled into offices on the ground. Years of sun damage have also caused some of the seats' varnish to fade, and to add insult to injury, its interior feels cramped. Yes, the stadium built in 1910 needs some love. Its last renovation took place between 2005 and 2006, when the northwest and the northeast quadrants were expanded, increasing the stadium's capacity to approximately 75,000 seats. So the club needs to renovate the stadium before these issues worsen. They have three options: either fixing the current structure, fully redeveloping the stadium to expand its south quadrant further, or even building a completely new stadium from the ground up. It helps that Manchester United owns 100 acres of land around the stadium. 43 of these acres could be redeveloped into something vibrant, and 25 remain unused should a new stadium be built. Seating capacity would be increased to approximately 90,000 to 100,000. And it wouldn't even impact match revenue, as the team could keep playing in the old stadium until the new Old Trafford was built. The new stadium, which would retain its landmark value, could be reutilized for artistic performances like concerts or perhaps for the women's division games. The plan had no flaws until the architects at Populous quoted approximately £2 billion to build the new stadium, assuming the debt-ridden club can't pay out of pocket without government assistance. So is Old Trafford doomed forever? Not exactly, as the club's got a plan to turn this vision into reality. Jim Ratcliffe, a British billionaire and CEO of the Ineos Chemical Group, basically one of the, if not the richest people in the UK, agreed to purchase a 25% stake of the Red Devils, making him a co-owner of the Manchester United club with a net worth estimated at £21 billion. It's safe to say that Sir Ratcliffe's got cash to burn. To show you how invested this man is in the renovation, he was already meeting with local leaders before his minority stake was even ratified. He plans to invest £236 million into the club and £18 million from one of his companies to pay for Old Trafford's renovations. He's also looking for government assistance through his network, and the club's management has already contacted the best firm for large-scale sports facility renovations in the world, Populous, with an extensive portfolio of work building and revamping the best sports stadiums in the world, including Tottenham Hotspurs in London, the Geodis Park in Nashville, and the Suncorp in Australia. It's safe to say that the Old Trafford renovation will be an ambitious project sure to mesmerize Manchester United fans all over the world. Ratcliffe has been vocal about his desire to take Old Trafford to another level, motivated by one trend in particular that's taken Europe by storm. You see, most big-name stadiums in Europe are currently undergoing or have undergone massive renovations as part of a silent competition of which stadium has the most advanced facilities. In particular, Ratcliffe is fascinated with the new improvements performed to Real Madrid's Santiago Bernabeu, which we covered in this video. The new Santiago Bernabeu includes a state-of-the-art retractable pitch, 5,000 more seats, and a 450-plus space car park. The total price of the project was around £1 to £1.5 billion, and it's already projected to return the investment with concerts and non-sport related activities. The end goal is to turn it into the most recognizable landmark of Madrid. Ratcliffe envisions Old Trafford rivaling both the revamped Camp Nou and the prestige of FC Barcelona, fitting for a club of Manchester United's historical significance. A touch of envy drives these renovations' counterparts. They also don't scale as well in size, nor scale anyway. Populous allied themselves with the hospitality services multinational Legends International to come up with a possible budget for the renovation. After crunching the numbers, they devised a redevelopment plan that could lower project costs to £1 billion. If followed through, the revamped Old Trafford could easily rival the upgraded Santiago Bernabéu and Camp Nou stadiums, and perhaps even overcome them in landmark recognizability. But there's one problem with this plan. Should the club follow through with the renovations and not build another stadium, they wouldn't have anywhere to play for quite a while. And we all know how some mega projects, no matter how many millions are put into them, can take a long time to finish. Looks like Sir Ratcliffe and the rest of the club's management have some decision to make. So what is your stance on this debate? Do you support the Build a New Stadium team who wants a new stadium from the ground up despite the huge costs? Or is it smarter to save money by renovating the current stadium? Let us know in the comments below. Ratcliffe does favor the Build a New Stadium plan, calling it a once-in-a-century opportunity that could turn into the best stadium in the world. And although nothing has been confirmed, he's already taking actions to make it happen. He named Lord Sebastian Coe, the London 2012 chief, four-time Olympic medalist, and politician, as chair of the Old Trafford Regeneration Task Force, a team of local leaders and national experts whose goal is to explore solutions to regenerate one of the most beloved cornerstones of British industrial history. Other members include Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester, and former United captain Gary Neville. Lord Coe himself stated that stadiums are focal points for strong communities and social and economic development, which is why investors are taking note of the Old Trafford renovation project. The task force will commission an economic impact study to discover how much a new stadium could attract investment, create jobs, and lead to new opportunities. Positive conclusions from the study could just be what the government needs to finance the remainder of the stadium construction project. The only missing members of this task force are the Glazer family, who, despite being majority owners of Manchester United, have been absent in the press release featuring the list of the task force members. But there's one proposed solution that could be the perfect middle between the build versus renovate debate. Can you imagine what it could be? It's to build a new structure on the same site as the current stadium, kind of like a commercial complex. This would include shops and restaurants all under the United brand. His inspiration is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, also built by Populous, and here's how it would look. As you can see, the renovated stadium would have a huge lower tier similar to Wembley, but with 4 distinct stands instead of a bold style. It would have a curved roof elegantly wrapping around fans on match days. Sir Jim Ratcliffe hopes this ambitious transformation will attract major events to the north of England, further solidifying Old Trafford's status as a premier sporting venue. What's certain is that Old Trafford has to evolve to ensure the legacy of Manchester United is well preserved. Whether that'll be this year or in the next 3 years, we don't know yet. But you can be sure that Sir Ratcliffe and his task force are committed to giving the Red Devils a world-class stadium, one that befits the world's greatest football club.